Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a makeup tutorial on the makeup look that I've been wearing recently. It's very much inspired by Kylie Jenner's makeup. She always has like this smoked out winged eyeliner. So I really wanted to recreate that look and I've been wearing it ever since. I also posted a photo wearing the look and a lot of you guys said you wanted me to recreate it. So that is what we are going to be doing in today's video. So if you guys want to see this makeup tutorial, then let's just jump right in. So I'm just going to jump right in. The foundation that I applied today is the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. This is in the shade Golden Natural. I do have a self-tan on, so this shade does match my self-tan. Also, I do want to apologize if I sound stuffy. It is because I am. I've been kind of doing my face makeup a little bit differently, so I'm going to be showing you guys that in this video. So I'm going to go in with my concealer, and I'm going to apply this right underneath my eyes. Also, anywhere that I want to highlight. I'm just going to blend that out. This is actually the e.l.f. sponge, and I really like it. So we're just going to blend that in. So now that that is blended, I'm going to go in with this cream contour by Milk, and I'm going to apply this right where I am going to contour. I've just been really loving doing this to my skin because I feel like it just melts everything together, and I just really like the finish of it. So I am going to apply this anywhere that I'm going to be doing contouring. And then I'm just going to blend this out with my sponge, but this part is really important because you don't want to blend this down because the whole point of contouring is to bring your face up, so I don't want to blend any of that down. So what I do is I take my sponge and I kind of push this upward so that we don't do the opposite effect. You want to make sure everything is kind of going upward. So I'm just going to blend that kind of upward. Also, my self-tanner is horrible on my hands, so please excuse that. And then I just like to gently press this right here so that it doesn't get all over the place, and then just blend that out. And then what I like to do is just take my sponge and just kind of press everything in just to melt everything together. And then I like to go in with the Kylie translucent powder. I've actually been really liking this powder. And what I'm going to do is just take that on my sponge, dip that in, and I'm just going to push this right under my eyes. I'm not going to bake like crazy. I'm just putting this in the areas that I'm going to crease. And then what I do is I just kind of push that in. I don't even really let it sit for that long. And then I will just put this down my nose. And I'm just kind of pressing the excess powder around my skin. I don't want it to be super drying, so I'm just pushing any leftover on my face all around. Alright, so now that that is done, I'm going to go in and contour. So I'm going in with my Benefit Cheek Leaders palette. I really love this palette. I'm going to go into the Hoola shade right here, and I'm taking this Sigma F40. It's like an angled brush. I'm dipping into that, and what I'm going to do, I like to hold my hair back right here and just go in with this product and just push this in. I like to push it into my hairline back here just so that everything blends nicely. And I also hit my temples right here because the sun would naturally hit you right there. It would look weird if you just had contour right in this section. So I like to kind of work this all into my hairline. And if you have blonde hair like me, you can just go in and clean that up after if you get it in your hair. So as you can see a difference, this kind of slims your face in when you do it, especially when you bring this onto your temple. It really just kind of slims your face in. So again, I'm just pushing this into my temple. Also like to bring this all the way up onto my forehead, and I kind of just work it all around my forehead. Then what I like to do is take that and pinch my brush, and I like to bring this down the sides of my nose. Also like to push this right underneath there because that's what's going to give you that cute button nose effect. So I like to really contour under there. So now I'm going to go in with a smaller brush, and this is actually an eyeshadow brush. This is an E35, and I like to go in with that and really hit underneath my lip. This is what's going to really give you that kind of like Kylie Jenner pout without the lip injections, or if you have lip injections, great, but I don't. So I'm just really creating a shadow underneath my lip, and as you can see, it kind of makes your lip kind of stand out more. And then I will go in with my sponge and just kind of push that in just to really blend it. And then again, I like to hit right underneath my nose and just kind of like push under there. I also like to put that contour right here, right in between my Cupid's bow, because it really just kind of defines that area. And then I like to go in and just really further blend. I know it might look crazy right now, but once everything is finished, it really just comes together. And then I like to take some of that and just very, very lightly put this on the outside of my lip. So all I'm doing is just pushing this almost right up against my lip. What that does is just creates kind of like a shadow, and it just kind of makes your lips look a little bit bigger. Now this next step that I like to do just really, really gives you that intense contour. So what I'm going to do is go into this Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour, and I'm going to mix these two shades. And I know you may think that's really dark, but what I'm going to do is just take a very, very, very small amount of that, tap it off. And what I'm going to do is just put this right here where the shadow would naturally hit, and kind of create this shape right here. Now what that's going to do is kind of create like a natural shadow when you look straight, and it really just slims your face in, and it gives a more like natural effect from the contour. So again, right here where your cheekbone naturally kind of like goes inward, again, I'm just taking this and kind of cupping that area just very lightly. And then I'm just going to blend that out. And then I do like to go in with some bronzer. This is the Fenty Beauty Shady Biz bronzer. And I'm just going to hit this right where I kind of contour, just to bring a little bit of warmth back into our skin. This step isn't really necessary because the Hoola bronzer kind of is a mix between a contour and a bronze shade. So you don't necessarily have to bronze your skin after that, but I just like to. I also like to go in with the Hoola bronzer and really contour out my jawline right here. So I'll take my brush and kind of really push this back into my ear. Alright, so now for blush, I'm going to go in with the MAC Peaches blush. I'm going to take this Morphe E4 brush. This is my favorite blush brush. And I'm just pushing this onto the outside of my cheeks and kind of blending that into my contour. This just really, again, kind of lifts your face when you apply it kind of back into the cheekbone. I do like to hit my nose a little bit with this. I really like that kind of like rosy effect. We're almost done with the face, you guys. I like to just go back into that powder, that translucent powder, and just clean up the edges. So I will just take my sponge and just really clean up these edges. I don't let this sit for too long, so I will just go in with this with a brush and just kind of dust this away. Also, I will take a little bit of that powder and just really clean up the nose and just dust that away. So now for highlight, I'm going to go in with the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm going to just mix these two shades, and I'm just going to hit right here and also hit the side of my eye. I like to just really put this all on this area right here, kind of in like this C shape. I really just think it looks really natural when the light hits your eye right there. So again, I'm just kind of applying this around in a C shape right here. And then what I'm going to do is take a mixture of those, and I'm going to put a little bit on the tip of my nose and then right down the bridge. Alright, so now before we start our eyes, I'm just going to spray that just so everything can melt in while we do our eyeshadow. So So this is the finished contoured face. I think it looks so just like flawless and put together. I've just been really loving this routine. I just think it looks so nice on the skin. Everything just like really melts together. I'm just setting my eyebrows with some clear brow gel. This one is by Benefit. This is one of my favorite brow gels. I'm just kind of pushing my brow hairs up, but not too crazy. Alright, so now I'm going to zoom you guys in just a little bit to show you guys how I've been doing the eye makeup. Alright, so now that we are up close and personal. Alright, so what I like to do for the eyes are very simple, but looks so good. So the first color that I'm going to take is a mixture of these two shades from the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette. Alright, so I'm going in with those shades, and I'm just going to place this into my crease, but the trick here is to push this eyeshadow kind of into where right underneath your brow is, so like right here. So you want to push that shadow almost like right here where your nose starts. And I found that a lot of the Jenners have their eyeshadow like this, where the eyeshadow is almost pushed up into the eyebrow, and I feel like it makes such a difference. I don't know why, but it just really like kind of like contours the face. So I'm going to do that on this other eye as well. Again, I'm just pushing this into the crease, but then kind of bringing it straight out like this. And then I'm going to go in to this shade right here. It's kind of like this like warmer shade. And I'm going to do that same thing. Put this on the crease and kind of work that underneath my brow. So I'm kind of just bringing this straight right here. And then also here. And then I'm also going to kind of wing this out towards the end of my brow. I'm bringing it out kind of like this. So it's almost like that cat eye shape. So this is what it looks like right now. You have the eyeshadow kind of going in here and also kind of winged out. So now what I'm going to do is take this shade right here, and I'm taking this on a very, very small brush, and I'm just going to focus this right into the crease. I just want a little tiny bit of definition right there so that when we open our eyes, there's just a little bit of definition. It's not anything too crazy, but it just kind of separates your eyelid from your crease. So I'm just kind of placing this very, very lightly into the crease, just so that when you open your eyes, it kind of separates it. So now is the part that I really love. So what I'm going to do is take that same shade right here that we just put into the crease, and I'm mixing it with this kind of like darker brown shade. And I'm using a brush like this from Morphe. I think this brush is essential for this look because it just really creates that kind of like winged out effect. You want to draw this kind of straight out so that it kind of has a straight line right there. So this is kind of hard to explain, but what I'm doing is creating kind of a straight line out. So I'm really just continuing right here. I'm just bringing this straight out to create a wing, and this just really gives you that kind of like cat eye effect, but you want to make sure to tap off any extra. So as you can see, I'm just bringing this color straight out, and then I'm just going to take the corner. So you're kind of just filling in this area with eyeshadow, kind of like you would a winged liner, but instead of just creating the wing here, I'm kind of bringing this straight out. And then what I'm going to do is take a blending brush and just really blend that out. You do not want it to look harsh at all. I'm going to go back into that warmer shade that we put in the crease, and I'm just going to put that right on top of it. And what this will do is kind of soften out that wing so it doesn't look super harsh. Then I'm going back into that shade again and kind of focusing this lower so it kind of ombres up, if that makes sense. So as you can see, it's a very, very soft, kind of smoked out wing, but it really just creates a really nice shape for your eye. I really, really love doing this. So now what I'm gonna do is take a very, very small brush like this, and I'm going into this black shade, and what I'm gonna do is just very, very lightly kind of put this right in this little area right here, this corner, and just kind of barely flicking this out. And it just kind of defines the eye, but it's not too much. And as you can see, it just really, really gives you that smoked out kind of cat eye effect. I absolutely love doing this with my eyes. I just think it's so beautiful. So now what I like to do is go in with a lighter shade. Go in with a mixture of these two shades from the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, or you can just use like a vanilla colored eyeshadow. I take this on my finger. I'm just pushing this right in this beginning portion of my eye. So what that is going to do is really open up the front of your eye. So that is the eye look. It's very, very simple and very easy to do when you're doing it like really quickly. All right, so now what I like to do is apply lashes, but I don't want any lashes that are going to be super dramatic in the front, because we really want this to be kind of like a winged out effect eye look. So I'm going to go in with these lashes that I really, really love. They're very like subtle, but they look really nice. So these are the Kiss Little Black Dress Lashes. This is what the lashes look like. They just give your eyes a really, really pretty effect. They're not super dramatic, but they do just enough. So I'm just going to apply a very, very small amount of mascara just so that the lashes will blend. I'm just going to take some lash glue, just going to put some of that onto the band, just like that. You really want to let that eyelash glue get tacky, and then it will stick a lot easier for you. While that eyelash is drying, I'm going to go back into my Jaclyn Hill highlighter, and I'm going to mix these two, and I'm going to put that right on my brow bone. And that too just really gives your eye kind of like a really nice lift. So another huge thing that I noticed with Kylie's makeup is she always has like a really super blown out lash line, but it's never harsh. Like it's usually like a really light shade, but it's really brought far down. So what I'm going to do is go back into that kind of like warmer shade right here in a big brush like this, and I'm just going to really blend this like really low. And I'm going to bring that like pretty far down. I'm also kind of bringing this out right underneath where that liner's kind of smoked out. Alright, so now I'm going to go in and apply that lash. So this is what it looks like with the eyelash on. I just think it is such a pretty eye. So now what I'm going to do is go back into that shade right here and mix it a little bit with that darker shade. And I'm just going to hit this very lightly up against the lash line. She never has anything too harsh really under there, so I'm just going to put that just a little bit. Alright, so now that this eye is done, I'm just going to quickly finish off this eye, and then I will be right back. Alright, so this is what the finished eyes look like. So my battery's dying, of course, so I'm just going to finish off with my lips, and hopefully my battery doesn't die before I finish. Alright, so I'm going to go in with the KKW liner. So I'm going to go in and line my lip. I'm going to go in with MAC Velvet Teddy. And then just to nude that out and give it a little bit more of a pout, I'm going to go in with KKW's nude lipstick in the shade 1.5 and apply this right in the center. So now I'm just going to take these clips out. So this is the finished look, you guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I have been absolutely loving wearing this makeup look. When I am doing this before work or before I'm getting ready for the day, it really does not take me that long at all. I think it just took a while because I was explaining each step, but this eye makeup is so easy to create. I just really love the way this makeup looks. It looks so classic and flawless, but really pretty at the same time. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and learned a little something. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up if you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!